Non-negotiables for us, like we do this with check-ins, all that type of stuff. We have certain core values and we have certain elements of what I expect from my team when it comes to how they show up. That's whether they're teachable, that's whether they're humble, it's how organized they are. And also then diving into like what specifically they're really good at and what they're
Mm,
hired for. So that's allowed us to be able to then also keep temperature when something is not moving in that direction. Like I just had literally a team member, she had her 30-day review yesterday that a leader was doing. And she's like, okay, can I talk through some of these things? Because these are not in alignment with who we have had basically said from the beginning who we are. These are some of these things that are like leaking and slipping through this. So then we have a conversation. We invite them into awareness of some of the things they're doing, and an invitation to lead them through it to say, hey, I see this in you and you're better than this. And also, how can I continue to encourage you? But also, this is our standard. If something doesn't change,
mm,
then unfortunately, this job probably is not going to be for you.
yeah,
And so then we have a time frame for that to be able to see movement and change
yeah.
actually happen.
Let's talk about the shift from being the friend, right, to
Mhm.
being the leader. Like, what were the hardest parts of that evolution for you?
I think the hardest part of letting go of trying to be your team members' friends to continue to grow into a leader, not just for me personally, but I've now had to coach other team members to do this. Like my longest standing team member has been with me since I first opened the practice. And so when you talk about creating like a friendship and a relationship, like we were there late at night screwing the holes into our benches and like putting chairs together and stuff, right? Like you're creating an opportunity where you're really literally building something together. And so it can be hard to kind of create that degree of understanding. And so, especially then when you have someone who has started out in the same entry level position as others, and now they're getting called into more of a leadership and having to hold space and hold standard and hold expectations for certain aspects of your business. It can be hard to have those quote unquote tougher conversations or more of those exploratory conversations about why another team member may not be showing up as their best selves into that space. One of the examples that I have that's pretty common is like, let's say someone continuously is showing up late and we have an expectation of when we're supposed to be at the office, when we're supposed to be there
Hmm.
and starting to work with each other. And so instead of saying like, listen, you've been late 3 times this week, like you're going to have to figure it out, or like you're getting a written violation and then, you're in breach of your contract and you're no longer an employee here. You don't know again what kind of storm might be going on in that person's life.
Sure.